and this is Leanne Reed. I met you at the Choice Celebration. I'm with OutTV Atlanta, and I was wondering if you could maybe shoot some things for us sometime. Please just give us a call back here. Either ask for me or Mike Maloney. It's 404-881-0005. Thanks.
Well, we need an order.
wait.
No, we need an order.
Okay, Don says hello.
I'm going to say welcome
And-
and good evening to OutTV Atlanta.
And then we're at Burkhart's for the first OutTV, or we're here to welcome all of you at Burkhart's here to the first OutTV Atlanta night.
But we're at Burkhart's.
Yeah, but
You're inside.
there's two of me.
No, can we do that?
Do whatever you want.
Okay, well, let's just play with it.
Let's keep
It's an optical
Okay, let's just play it.
illusion.
Okay.
Now for this week.
And then
Okay.
what's on
after
tap?
that,
Okay, who's going to do that?
Okay.
And then I'll go, well, let's play a little bit with where everybody is, and let's see if that works. And then why don't you go back to you, and Rob and I are going to take you to the, remember,
Good evening and welcome to OutTV Atlanta.
we're here at Burkhart's, and we're here to welcome all of you here at Burkhart's to the first OutTV Atlanta night.
but we're at
Hey, Rick.
Burkhart's too.
It's an optical illusion, darling.
But we're outside, and you're inside,
And
but
it's
you're
nighttime,
outside.
whatever.
What about the show tonight?
Well, we're going to see an interview that I had with Billy Bean, who's a Major League Baseball player at the Atlanta Executive
Oh,
Network.
that's great. Exciting.
And Rob and I are going to be taking you to the opera.
As promised.
And we're going to see the Wasted Motel tour and Angel Alexis Navarro at his art opening at Outright. Sorry.
All right, let's start from the top.
At his oat.
Okay.
Faster pace.
Faster
Yeah.
pace, right.
Closer together.
All right.
Work off each other.
Okay.
And I will have to say that you two guys have to speak up because these
Okay.
two guys are loud.
Okay.
So just remember, you can't be too loud unless you're screaming,
All right.
Okay.
but you're okay. All right?
Okay.
I like the cueing.
Yeah.
Give him the cue.
Liking the cue.
He's running now.
3, 2, 1.
Action.
Good evening and welcome to OutTV Atlanta.
We're here to welcome all of you here at Burkhart's to the first OutTV Atlanta night.
But you're hosting inside at Burkhart's OutTV Atlanta night.
It's an optical illusion, darling.
So you're outside, inside all
Yeah,
the
outside,
time.
inside, that's me.
What about tonight's show?
Well, I had a great interview with Billy Bean, who's an ex-Major League Baseball player at the Atlanta Executive Network.
And
So
he
that's-
came out,
Yes, he did.
And Rob and I are going to be taking you to the opera.
as promised.
And we're going to go see the Wasted Motel tour, and Angel Alexis Navarro has his art opening at Outright Bookstore.
Oh, that's neat. Next week, when you're with us at Outright Bookstore,
Make sure that you
come to
tell
the
us
right
all we
place.
sent ya.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Okay.
Take from the top.
Okay.
Action.
Good evening and welcome to OutTV Atlanta.
Well, we're here to welcome all of you at Burkhart's to the first OutTV Atlanta night.
You're hosting that show inside,
Oh,
though.
it's an optical illusion, my darling.
But you're out here with us.
Uh-huh.
What about-
Magic.
magic. What about the night show?
Well, I had a great interview with Billy Bean, who's an ex-Major League Baseball player who's come out of the closet. And,
I heard.
and that was at the Atlanta Executive Network.
Second Major League Baseball player to come out.
Yes.
That's great. And Rob and I are going to be taking you out to the opera.
As promised.
We're going to go to the Wasted Motel tour, and we're going to see Angel Alexis Navarro's art opening at Outright Bookstore.
And when you join us next week, you're going to get an extra half hour of us. We're going to sponsor at 9 o'clock next week a half-hour political discussion. I don't know what that was supposed to be.
Political forum, maybe.
Political forum. We're going to election 2000 political forum. Yeah, okay. Once more.
From the top.
Sorry.
Let's be-
That was good. That was
Well,
good.
Yeah.
good. Y'all got it now. I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to, at one point before you guys go?
Wave.
Wave. Yeah.
Let's take it again.
Good evening and welcome to OutTV Atlanta.
And we want to welcome everybody at Burkhart's to the first OutTV Atlanta night. Hey, y'all.
Hey,
Hey,
everybody.
everybody.
But you're inside hosting it. Your outside's here, too. What?
Both optical illusion.
Must be. What about tonight's show, Joey?
Well, I had a great interview with Billy Bean, who's an ex-Major League Baseball player who's come out of the closet, and he spoke at the Atlanta Executive Network.
The second Major League player to come out.
Yes.
Neat.
Great.
He's really cute, too.
Oof. Oof.
And Rob and I are going to be taking you out to the opera.
As we promised last week.
Right.
We're going to see the Wasted Motel tour and Angel Alexis Navarro at his
Opening.
Y'all were so perfect.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I said.
Good evening and welcome to OutTV Atlanta.
We're here to welcome everybody at Burkhart's to the first OutTV Atlanta night. Hello, you guys.
Hey, Atlanta. And what about the show tonight?
Well, I had a great interview with Billy Beane, who's an ex-Major League Baseball player, and he spoke at the Atlanta Executive Network.
Second Major League player to come out.
Yes.
Neat.
He's very cute.
Ooh.
Noticing that one, huh?
That's right.
You love those stories.
Yeah.
And Rob and I will be taking you out to the opera.
As we promised.
We're going to see the Wasted Motel Tour and Angel Alexis Navarro as he does his art opening at Outright Bookstore.
And when I can't say.
That's all right. Good evening and welcome to OutTV Atlanta.
And we're here to welcome all of you at Burkhart's to the first OutTV Atlanta night. Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
everybody. But you're inside hosting this. What are you doing out here?
Oh, it's an optical illusion, darling.
Oh, I see. What about tonight's show, Joey?
Well, I had a great interview with Billy Beane, who's an ex-Major League Baseball player who's come out of the closet, and he spoke at the Atlanta Executive Network.
He's the second Major League player to come out.
Yes. and
That's
he's
neat.
Very cute.
I heard that. You love those stories.
And Rob and I will be taking you to the opera.
The Atlanta Opera, we promised.
We're going to see the Wasted Motel Tour and Angel Alexis Navarro has his art opening at Outright Bookstore.
Neat.
And Rob, you hosted a political forum, didn't you? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we are going to host one. It's being shot this week, and you'll see it next week at 9 o'clock, right after this show at OutTV Atlanta Night at Burkhardt. So join us. Full hour next week. So stay tuned for this show. We'll be right back.
Hi.
See you.
Yeah, that was perfect, except
Okay, thank you. I hope you weren't taping it.
Yeah, you know he
all
is.
right, we got, all right. Here we go.
All right.
All right.
Good,
Action.
good evening and welcome to OutTV Atlanta.
We're here to welcome all of you at Burkhart's to the first OutTV Atlanta night. Hello.
Hey, Atlanta.
everybody.
And you're inside hosting this.
Oh, it's an optical illusion. I can be both places.
Wow. Joey, what about tonight's show?
Well, I had a great interview with Billy Beane, who's an ex-Major League Baseball player. He's come out of the closet, and he spoke at the Atlanta Executive Network.
Second major player to come out.
Yes, and very cute.
Oof. Wow. You love those stories.
Rob and I will be taking you to the opera.
The Atlanta Opera, as promised last week.
We're going to go to the Wasted Motel Tour, and also we're going to see Angel Alexis Navarro at his art opening at Outright Bookstore.
Oh, neat.
And Rob, tell us a little bit about the political forum you've been working on.
Well, we're videoing it this week at St. Mark Methodist Church, and it's a full hour you'll see next week, this show, and then a half-hour political forum at 9 o'clock next week, so join us. But now, let's see tonight's show.
Yow! Okay, you got my leg pinched there, buddy.
Here, you can just,
All right, let's talk.
or just lay on me.
Is this a little too,
No, I think it's wonderful.
It's cozy.
I think
It's
it's
sweet.
great.
It's, yeah,
That's
sweet.
a good frame, and it's got you all. You're looking good.
Good.
You getting any numbers yet coming in? No.
And if you'd like to join Don's fan club,
Oh, that would be fun to
She's
set up
actually-
fan clubs for everybody.
she's
Oh.
actually
Yeah.
open for Friday
All right.
at 7:30.
We're going to set up a
Yeah.
win a date with Dawn.
Win a date with Don.
What
Must be
about Rob?
feminine, tomboyish, like lace, wear dresses. Thank you, I love it.
Hey, I'm single too here.
Rob.
I wear this to confuse the people out there.
Oh, how about,
okay.
well, the guys
I'll
can
have
be
it
in a
reset in
date
gold
for
if you'll marry
Rob.
me.
All right, that's what we're trying to sell each other.
Okay, what are we talking
All right,
about for
man,
next
talk about-
week?
Well, I have no idea.
Okay, we have the Earth Challenge benefit. We've got the Pride Inner Pride.
Pride in
We've got
Pride board meeting.
Zrazy, which is a Celtic band.
It's a,
lesbian
lesbian
Celtic
from
band.
Ireland.
What about, what's the thing?
And they're mixing Celtic and jazz.
Celtic and
Being is the
Okay,
big key.
all right.
Okay. Let's take it from the top.
Well, that's our show for tonight. Next week, you're going to get a full hour of OutTV Atlanta
Make
here
sure-
at Burkhardt. So what?
You're just saying a full hour. And then
Oh,
you're
and
saying
then-
Burkhart's.
Aren't you saying the political forum?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay,
And
let's
then
do
I'll
it.
say here at
Okay.
Burkhart's.
Okay, here we go. Action.
Well, that's our show for tonight. Next week, we'll get a full hour of OutTV Atlanta at Burkhardt's, and our second hour will be the political forum with two of the major representatives from the political parties. Okay?
You don't have to say anything about Burkhart's.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
here we
right, I
go.
do.
Let's take it from the top.
Okay. Hey, that's our show for tonight. Next week, you get a full hour of OutTV Atlanta, and the second hour will be the Atlanta Political Forum Election 2000.
Make sure you come out to Burkhart's. We're giving away lots of trips. We're giving away a trip to Fire Mountain up in the Highlands, T-shirts, gifts, all sorts of things.
We also want to say special thanks to Savannah, who's been watching us for a few weeks now.
Yeah, we appreciate all your feedback that you're giving us.
And next week's show will have a
That was good. Y'all got the flow. You
Right.
Okay.
get it. Okay, Robert. Let's take it from the top.
Well, that's our show for tonight. Next week, you'll get a full hour of OutTV Atlanta, and our second hour beginning at 9 o'clock. No, our second half hour.
It's a full hour show.
Right, it's a full hour show.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, action.
Hey, that's our show for tonight. Next week, you'll get a full hour of OutTV Atlanta.
Make sure you join us at Burkhart's. We're going to be giving away lots of prizes, including a trip to Fire Mountain for 2.
And a special thanks out to those people in Savannah who have been watching us.
Yeah, we appreciate all the feedback.
And on next week's show, you'll see a domestic partnership story with Harry Knox from the Georgia Equality Project.
We also go to Eddie's Attic again to see a group called Zrazy, who are from Ireland, and they're a lesbian group. They play Celtic jazz music.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, they should be great. We also are going to see the Earth Challenge benefit. The Indigo Girls are going to be performing, and Michelle Malone.
Indigo Girls?
Yes.
Wow.
So we're hoping for an interview.
Neat.
Yeah, that'll be nice. We also will be visiting the Pride Board for their annual meeting.
That's our show for tonight. Remember, next week, a full hour. Have a good week.
See you then.
See you.
Bye-bye. Let's go round table
Maybe you should
and do
say
that last.
Okay, sure. Before
And
you say see you next week?
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Anybody like
that-
to say Happy Halloween?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, there's that.
maybe let's end it. Happy Halloween.
See you
That's a
next
good way to
week.
do
Happy
it.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Is the show already past Halloween?
Yes.
It is, and we'll do a Halloween story.
It'll be before Halloween, the next one's after
Let's mention a
Halloween.
Halloween story.
Okay. Who's going to mention Halloween?
We can all say it.
Okay.
We can say, see you next week, have a nice Halloween.
I'm dressing as Leanne.
I'm going as
Stop, Rob Martin.
Hey, that's our show for tonight, and be sure to be with us next week for a full hour of OutTV Atlanta.
Come watch the show at Burkhart's. We'll be giving away lots of prizes, including a trip for 2 to Fire Mountain up in the Highlands.
Hey, neat.
And a special thanks to those people in Savannah who have been watching us.
Hey, Savannah.
Yes, thank you for all your feedback.
And our show next week will have several great stories, including a domestic partnership interview with Harry Knox from Georgia Equality Project.
We also go to Eddie's Attic to see a group called Zrazy, who are from Ireland. They're a lesbian jazz and Celtic duo.
Wow. Neat.
They're awesome.
We're going to go to the Earth Challenge benefit where the Indigo Girls will be playing and Michelle Malone, and I'm hoping to get an interview with the Indigo Girls.
Indigo Girls.
that'll be
Wow,
nice.
wow.
We're also going to be visiting the Pride Board for their annual meeting.
And remember, this half hour next week after this show will be a political forum with the Georgia Democrats and the Georgia the Republicans.
Okay. Let's start again from the top. And
I
you
don't like-
need to smile.
I know, I don't. That's for
Go
our
that far.
bloopers and beepers.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
take it
right.
from the top.
Okay.
Hey, that's our show for tonight, and be sure to join us next week for a full hour of OutTV Atlanta.
Come watch the show at Burkhart's. We're going to be giving away lots of prizes, including a trip for 2 to Fire Mountain.
Special thanks to all you in Savannah who have been watching our show.
Hey, Savannah.
Yes, thank you for all your feedback.
And our show next week will have several important stories, including a domestic partnership interview with Harry Knox from Georgia Equality Project.
We're also going to Eddie's Attic to see a group called Zrazy. They're from Ireland, and they're a lesbian duo that sing Celtic jazz music. They're
Celtic.
awesome.
Yeah, that should be really nice.
Ooh.
We're going to go to the Earth Challenge benefit where the Indigo Girls and Michelle Malone, among others, will be performing, and hopefully we can interview the Indigo Girls.
Indigo Girls.
Yeah.
Yay.
We'll also be visiting with Atlanta Pride.
And of course, on our show next week, we will. Is this the end there, or do we go around another round? I'm
That's
missing.
the end.
Is
I
it the
think
end?
it's the end.
And then we do the Halloween thing.
Right.
Yeah. Goodbye. Happy Halloween.
Here, this is it.
Okay. Much better.
Okay. Good. I'm gonna smile too.
Thank you.
Hey.
Mike.
Hey, that's
All
our.
right, wait a minute. Everybody's not ready. Okay. All right. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. From the top.
Hey, that's our show for tonight, and be sure to join us next week at 8:30 for a full hour of OutTV Atlanta.
Come see the show at Burkhart's. We're going to be here. We're going to give away lots of prizes, a trip for 2 to Fire Mountain in the Highlands. That'll be great.
All right.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and special thanks to all you in Savannah who have been watching us.
Yes, thank you for all your feedback.
Next week's show have several great stories, including a domestic partnership interview with Harry Knox from Georgia Equality Project.
We also go to Eddie's Attic, and we talk to a group called Zrazy, who are from Ireland. They're 2 lesbians that sing Celtic and jazz music. Fabulous.
Yeah, that'll be really
That's
nice.
great.
We're going to see the Earth Challenge benefit where the Indigo Girls and Michelle Malone, among others, are going to be performing, and hopefully I can interview the Indigo Girls.
Indigo Girls, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
We'll also be visiting with Atlanta Pride for their annual meeting.
And our second half hour next week will be with the Stonewall Democrats and the Log Cabin Republicans, and this is an important pre-election forum. So join us.
Happy
See you next
Halloween.
week.
Everybody ready for Halloween?
Yeah.
Hey, happy Halloween.
I'm gonna be Joey.
I'm gonna be
Leanne. Do you have a
Dawn.
dress?
I'll be
Yes.
Rob.
Borrow?
Lots of dresses.
Okay, good.
You wear my size. The international enterprise. Does that make sense? With the International Conference of Enterprise. So there are two different stories. It's the same story, but they're two different subjects.
What else you got?
You went, how about the Indigo Girls at the Clean Energy Clean Air Festival?
It's Halloween.
How do we
missed
look?
Halloween.
Whoa.
We're wrong.
Very good.
Halloween was last night.
Okay.
The sun is beating.
Okay.
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of OutTV Atlanta. Today we're standing in front of the Capitol. Why, Rob?
Well, it's election time, as you all know. We want you to get out to vote next Tuesday. And we've also got a couple of political stories on tonight's show.
We also have the Georgia Clean Energy Clean Air Festival with the Indigo Girls. We went to the Evolution Party at Rich's at Lennox.
Did you get the Indigo Girls?
No.
Oh, shit.
It's a nice
No,
performance,
let's
though.
kill
Yeah,
that.
nice performance.
I thought you told me you got them.
No, the publicist just
shit.
Oh, shit.
Get with me this
Did
week.
you get the concert?
Yes.
Okay, well that's the
I
fault.
thought you
That's
did.
what I meant them. I meant, did you get to their concert?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay,
Here
let's
we
do
go.
it again.
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of OutTV Atlanta. We're here in front of the Capitol building. Why are we here, Rob?
Well, it's election time, as everybody knows, and be sure to get out to vote next Tuesday. And we also have a couple of nice political stories on tonight's show.
Great.
We also have the Georgia Clean Energy Clean Air Festival with the Indigo Girls, the Evolution Party, and Dragamaki for Halloween.
And did you get to the Indigo Girls concert?
Yes, it was great.
That
it
was
was
down
so
in
good.
Centennial Park.
Yes.
Neat.
It was packed. It was
I
great.
wish I could have made that one.
Solar stage and everything.
Wow.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. We also met with Atlanta Pride. We have numerous stories with them.
I did another music story on a group called Zrazy. They're from Dublin, Ireland. They were great at Eddie's Attic.
That's great. And we want you to be sure to tune in after this show at 9 o'clock for our Election 2000 special, a full half hour on this election and the importance thereof. So stay tuned.
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of OutTV Atlanta. We're here in front of the state capitol building. Why are we here, Rob?
Well, we've got a couple of political stories tonight, and of course, this is election week coming up next Tuesday. Be sure to get out and vote.
Absolutely.
We also go to the Georgia Clean Energy Clean Air Festival with the Indigo Girls, the Evolution Party at Rich's, and we have Dragamaki for Halloween.
Too much noise? This is one of the worst corners to do this. Well, that's not going to move us away from the noise. Oh, okay.
You want me to put a thing on it?
Okay.
Wait for this bus. This is Capitol Avenue. There are a million buses coming up here.
Get out of here, damn it!
We decided.
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of OutTV Atlanta. Today we're in front of the Capitol building. Why are we here, Rob?
Well, we're here because it's election week, as everybody knows, and we've also got a couple of nice political stories on tonight's show.
We're also going to go to the Georgia Clean Energy Clean Air Festival with the Indigo Girls, the Evolution Party, and Dragamaki for Halloween.
Now, did you get to see the Indigo Girls at their concert?
Yes, they're awesome.
Wow.
At Centennial
great.
Park?
Great. It was packed.
Packed.
Super.
Solar stage.
Neat.
Neat.
We also visited with Atlanta Pride. We have several stories with them.
And I did another music piece with Zrazy, the group from Dublin, Ireland, at Eddie's Attic. It was a wonderful, wonderful evening.
So stay tuned for tonight's show, and remember, at 9 o'clock, we've got another full 30 minutes of political talk on OutTV Atlanta's Election 2000. So stay tuned.
Very important.
Come on, come on.
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of OutTV Atlanta. We're here in front of the Capitol building. Why are we here today, Rob?
Well, it's election time. We want everybody to get out to vote next Tuesday, and we have a couple of very good political stories on tonight's show.
All right.
We also go to the Georgia Clean Energy Clean Air Festival with the Indigo Girls, the Evolution Party, and Dragamaki for Halloween.
Now, you got to the Indigo Girls concert at Centennial Park.
It was awesome. They had a solar powered stage. They were there, Michelle Malone. It was all
Wow.
great.
It was sold out, wasn't it? I mean,
Oh.
sort of sold out,
It was free. It was packed.
but it was packed.
It was packed.
What about you, Don?
Well, we went and visited with Atlanta Pride, and we have several stories with them.
I also did a music piece on the group called Zrazy that are from Dublin, Ireland. That was at Eddie's Attic. It was a
Cool.
wonderful evening.
Well, stay tuned for tonight's show. And remember, at 9 o'clock, we've got a full half hour of Election 2000 OutTV Atlanta special on the Atlanta election. Thanks. It's not good.
Take it from the top, baby.
Okay,
Okay.
one more time.
Can I ask her a quick question? Are we doing too much with that Indigo Girl thing? Is that slowing us down at all? Are we okay?
I think we're okay. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of OutTV Atlanta. We're here in front of the Capitol State Building. Why are we here today, Rob?
Well, this is election week, as everybody knows, and be sure to vote next Tuesday, the 7th. And we've got a couple of very good political stories on tonight's show.
All right.
We also have the Georgia Clean Energy, Clean Air Festival, the Indigo Girls, the Evolution Party, and Dragamaki for Halloween.
Now, you got to the Indigo Girls concert at Centennial Park.
It was awesome. Solar-powered stage, packed house.
Wow, that sounds...
Sold out in a free mode.
Yeah, and the freeway.
Well, we also visited with Atlanta Pride, and we have numerous stories with them.
I did a music piece also with the group called Zrazy, who are from Dublin, Ireland, and that was at Eddie's Attic. A wonderful night there.
So stay tuned for tonight's show. And remember, at 9 o'clock, stay tuned because we have a full 30 minutes of OutTV Atlanta's Election 2000 about the importance of this election. So we'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, there's the ball princess.
What are we doing with that, Rob?
Well, I just thought I'd say something about fall. You know, it's been a beautiful fall. Well, it's been a dry fall, but it's still been a pretty fall.
Pretty dry fall. Pretty dry
Can you hear
fall.
on my mic?
Why don't you just ask me what I'm doing with this?
What the hell are you doing with that twig?
It fell out of the
Okay,
tree.
what are we doing here? Who's saying what?
Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in tonight.
That's our show for tonight.
You do that.
We have a lot of fun here. Something. We have a lot of fun with different
Can I
parts.
do that?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do
Would you
that.
mind not doing that?
No, do
Yeah.
that.
Do that.
Okay.
Say thanks for coming. Or thanks for coming.
Thanks for
That's
watching.
our
Thanks
show
for-
tonight.
thanks for
We have
coming.
a lot of fun, but this is
Thanks
a
for
chance for us to do
coming.
something serious.
And it's been a
Well, I'll
beautiful
say,
Those
how
are Rob,
about
maybe.
thanks for joining us this evening, and
Yeah, I like that better. Be sure to stay tuned.
No, I'm doing that.
Okay.
Do something about this. You know, we have fun, but we also do some serious pieces.
I'll do. See you
Oh, I
next
don't-
week.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's take it from
You ready?
the top.
Well, thanks for joining us this evening, and we've had a lot of fun on the show, but we do have a serious program coming up next. And Rob, can you give us a...
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but I just wanted to say it's been a beautiful fall, a dry one, but I hope everybody's getting out to see the pretty leaves somewhere.
They're
And
gorgeous.
the show coming up is our Election 2000 special at 9 o'clock, just right after this close, so stay tuned, and we'll
Next-
see you next week
yeah.
too, but stay tuned for the next election special.
And please make sure and go and vote.
Get
Very
out.
important.
So we'll see you in a minute, and also next week.
We need to redo that one. Are you ready? Well, thanks everyone for joining us this evening. We really had a fun show, but we do have a serious show coming up, and Rob's going to tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that in a minute. I just want to remind everybody to get out and see the pretty fall leaves. They're still out in some parts of Georgia.
It's a maple.
It's a maple. It's a pretty maple. And don't forget our friends in Savannah for OutTV Savannah. We're still thinking about you.
You guys have to vote too.
And the show coming up is our Election 2000 special, a full half hour of all the topics you want to know about as a gay voter next Tuesday. So stay tuned, and we'll all see you next week too.
Thanks for watching the show.
Thanks for watching.
Go vote.
Yeah.
We got to tell them where this tree is. It's Capitol and...
Well, maybe we should say something about the fall leaves before we get serious, if you want to.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, you can say the fall season is upon us and it's almost over,
All right.
and it's voting season too.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, you want to do that now?
You write our script, don't you?
Yep.
All right,
He's
hit
the
it.
man.
Thank you for joining us this evening. We really had a fun show, and please stay with us for our next show, which is this. Yeah. Thank you very much.
But I'm bummed.
Okay. Ready? Thanks everyone for joining us this evening. We had a really fun time. And Rob, we're getting ready for our next political show.
We are. It's coming up in just a minute. I want to remind everybody it's the beautiful fall season, but it's election time and it's the election season. So let's stay tuned for that. Next week,
Next week,
We'll
we
see.
have some.
Just had a quick idea. What if we ended kind of all talking about voting? You know what I mean? We kind of faded that out. Like we came up with something that was like, you know, I can turn to Dawn, I can say, you know, if we want to make a change in this country as gay and lesbian people, we really need to get out and vote. And then we all start talking and it just kind of fades out. Does that make...
Thanks everyone for joining us this evening. We really had a fun time, but we also have done some serious programming. And Rob, you're here to talk to us about the political show we have come
We're
up.
going to see our half-hour Election 2000 special in just a moment. I want to remind everybody that the fall season is moving into the election season, and next Tuesday, November the 7th, is a most important date.
So please go out and vote. And next week we cover Creating Change, which is the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force, and it's a whole week of programs and workshops.
Grassroots perspective, how to take change of your world.
So see,
Thanks everyone for joining us this evening. We really had a fun time with you. And Rob, we have a show coming up right up next, don't we?
it's coming up in just a moment. It's our Election 2000 special. It's a full half hour of all the hot topics that gay voters need to know about. So stay tuned for that. And remember that autumn has turned into election season for you.
Yeah, so please go out and vote.
And what about next week?
Well, we cover the Creating Change, which is a whole week of the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force talking about grassroots
Grassroots organization.
organizations.
Yeah, everybody should get out to that one.
Yeah, very
Absolutely.
interesting.
So stay tuned. We're coming up on Election 2000, our half-hour special, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week, Thursday night at Burkhart's for OutTV Atlanta night.
And don't forget to
Bye-bye.
vote.
Don't forget
Yeah,
to vote.
vote.
Are
See
you,
you
are
later.
you registered?
I'm
I hope
registered.
you are.
I am very
Yeah.
registered.
You better be.
What do you think about the show of gay and lesbians today? I mean, are a lot of them going to show up this?
Well, we were concerned driving down here that there are no signage. There are no presidential signs in any of the neighborhoods we drove through, and if that's an indication of interest in the election, we've got a problem.
Scary.
What about the bars? Do they have?
I don't
signs
think
up?
so.
No,
Scary,
I
but
doubt it.
gay people need to get out and vote. This is
Yeah.
a swing vote this year. David Mixner said one vote per district around the country could shift the whole election.
It's very important.
So
We've got a lot of people here in
I'm
Atlanta.
voting. I'm voting.
I'm voting.